Hey guys, we're back in the woods during the daytime when it's just not as creepy and they're actually beautiful. Look at that. Look at this wildlife. There's Rowan. She's carrying a knife in case something attacks us. I feel a lot safer out here during the day than I do at nighttime. Let's see, Rowan, where are we heading? We are going this way, where there is more beautiful trees. And look at this grass. This is probably the most grass in one area in this whole entire neighborhood. Most of our yard's made of sand. Look, you can see where they attempted to chop down a tree and gave up. And there's my lemon peel from the other day.
It was about that big.
And Rowan and I are investigating an animal that led Rowan back here. Last night. Look at this beautiful nature. You don't see a lot of this anymore because they're all being torn down for buildings and houses such as that. That's fucking sad. That where that house stood used to be a bunch of more trees. There used to be turtles and eagles, and now it's been turned into a private housing. What are you doing, Ro? Yeah, and they have a fucking tennis court, which is sad. So instead of letting the eagles and all the beautiful creatures that live in here stay here, they tore down half the woods, built these giant houses in which they could have built anywhere. But no, they had to destroy nature. And then what they didn't, build onto, in which they're planning to expand to, they just tore down. We used to have a bunch of eagles back here. You could see maybe 12 to 13 eagles' nests in a row. And now, there are none. All the nests are gone. You have to go deeper into the woods to even see anything. Let's see, there used to be a beautiful beach, and now it's, contaminated with trash and ugliness. Look at this. This is sad. And if you go further into the woods, you can see where they started burning it down. Like up here. And there's marks from their tires. And they kill the animals that they do find. And this is why I think we should stop expanding. If you guys aren't happy with where you're living now, then you know what? Go pitch a goddamn tent if you feel like, living in the forest and destroying it. And there's a fucking storage unit. If you have a huge house, how come you can't, put an extra closet in it? Why do you have to destroy more of nature for your own greed? It's sad and it's sickening what we've come to nowadays, where we have to destroy other creatures' lives and where they live and destroy their families for our own selfish greed. And if you guys don't know where I am, I'm in Florida. I'm in a retirement community, basically. I live where all the old people are. So I don't see why we have to continue destroying our earth so others can live. This place used to be beautiful. Me and my sister and my 2 cousins, we used to come out here all the time and watch the turtles and the eagles and the beautiful creatures. We'd just sit out here for hours. We picked up our trash. We picked up other people's trash. And we made sure we never disturbed anybody. And now they put in this giant gated community in which only the rich and privileged can go into, which makes me sick. Look at all this beautiful land that has been destroyed. They chop down trees. They don't replace them. This place used to be gorgeous. There used to be flowers everywhere. You could hear nature, you could hear the animals. And now there's nothing. There's destruction. And where did all these animals go? Who only knows? A lot of them were killed during this construction, including eagles, even though that is illegal. It didn't matter, because the big man who decided he wanted to build that gated community did not give a second thought on the animals in which he was killing, or the nature in which he was destroying, the homes, the oxygen in which these trees provides. It's like we just stopped caring. We don't care anymore about, our planet and what else lives on it because we are greedy creatures. And do you know what greedy creatures do? They expand because they are never satisfied in what they have. We lust for more. Say we see a house and we fall in love, but the next door neighbor's house is bigger. We're gonna expand. We're constantly expanding when we don't need to. If people would get over their greed, we'd be a lot better. It's why we're dying. It's why our earth is dying. Because we just stopped caring about it. Look at that. It's beautiful, right? But in the next 5 years, it'll all be gone. Because some man or woman with big bucks are gonna say, let's build a mall. Let's build a Walmart. Or, let's build more houses in which we don't need. Who cares about nature, right? Who cares about animals? The sad part is we're done caring. We're selfish. All we care about is number one and how we can make more money or... Huh? Because we're on top of the food chain. Correct. Because what's gonna oppose us? Right? Oh wait, we have bigger problems to worry about, like war or Ebola or, any disease. I think if we all took a second to appreciate what we have, we'd be a lot better off instead of being greedy and money hogs or money whores. We'd all realize we'd be a better off planet if we went back to the old ways where a house was a house and you didn't need 12 extra bedrooms and 4 different bathrooms and a tennis court. There's so... Huh? Oh, and like 4 swimming pools, because people have those. People have inside swimming pools. What the hell do you need an inside swimming pool for, right? Look at this. They're beautiful. It's beautiful. How can you destroy something like this? This is art. How do you destroy art? What makes nature so different from where we live? We came from nature. We used to live in these woods. We came from this. And it's like everyone has forgotten what the world is really like. This is my favorite part right here. Look at those beautiful flowers. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's natural. But like I said, one day all this is going to be gone. Thousands of years from now, our children's children's children, our descendants, will be looking at trees through books because we won't have any. And the only living trees will be in museums or in protective areas There won't be any more Christmas trees unless they're fake. Air will have to be produced by something else because we tear everything down. Because we destroy everything we touch. We're harming our earth. And we shouldn't. We should respect it and love it. Because we only have one earth. And what do we do when it's dead? It's not livable yet. We're killing it. And every time you decide to build a new house or store or condo, you take away from some other creature. You take away from yourself. Look at this. How green and beautiful. If I had the choice, I'd live out here. How many of you can say the same? How many of you can say I'm not greedy and I would rather our earth survive so my descendants can see it? So I don't think our ancestors planned on us destroying it. Do you think any of you guys could survive out here? Without a phone or electricity, just in a tent? How many of you guys can say you could survive? I don't think really anybody, unless you're a nature lover and you understand the land. Think about this. What do you want for your descendants? Do you want them to see the only trees in a picture book? Or to know an animal has been gone extinct because of us? And the only time they'll ever hear about it is in school, and how we talk about how we killed it if we put it in the educational list of things? Or when you talk about an insect that no one sees, like a butterfly. Or how we wiped out the forest. Is that what you really want for your descendants? Antarctica is already screwed. The ice is melting. Before long, that's not going to be here. Greenland. Yeah, if Greenland melts, there's going to be no Florida. If the ice caps continue to melt, half the United States is going to go underwater. What are we going to do? You have the choice to make a change now. By going green. Save water. Save the forest. It's all up to you. And your choices on what you do. How many of you have the courage to stand up for the forest? For Earth? How many of you can say you can do that? I know I can. I would love to see more trees and less abandoned buildings. I would love to see more nature, more wildlife, instead of children playing on video games. Or, people out murdering each other for land or money or for greed. Or other miserable things. Just take a time to appreciate what you have. And that's the end of this.